Fun Friday, y'all. Fun Friday. Finally, Fun Friday again.
And I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend, too.
Are you going to celebrate like all month of May?
I'm celebrating the whole month of May. Baby, I'm celebrating the
I
whole
don't think
month of
there's
May.
anything wrong with that. I don't know. Can I, since my birthday was in January, can I like still celebrate it?
No, it's me and Martina. So Martina and I celebrate. Which we're gonna take you along. Don't worry.
All right. Hey y'all, it is Fun Friday. We have missed you guys. Where have y'all been?
Oh my
Seriously.
God. But they ain't been anywhere. We don't want to be gone.
That's true too. Thank you to the
TNT.
TNT podcast on TikTok. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have missed you guys. It has been fun, but we have missed you tremendously.
Hey, Guy Fish, how are you?
Hey, can you see these comments?
Listen.
I can't see this.
I'm gonna have to get my glasses.
I know,
but it's
right?
okay. Listen,
I got my glasses.
We're talking about. Oh my God.
Sis. Should you settle? Are you selling?
Should you settle or are you selling? No, it's sis, are you settling?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I think.
Do you think sisters and brothers? Come on now, we're not gonna exclude them.
No, we don't want to exclude the brothers. So, brothers, are y'all settling? I mean, seriously. I think that, hey, you know what? When I was younger,
Yeah.
it was like the world was just like was a stage. You know, you had your choices. But as you get older,
I don't understand what you're saying.
As you get older, don't you think you have to kind of settle a little bit?
Okay, so listen. When you say settle, I think that your options become
Hi,
slim.
Rosie.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Guys.
I think your options become very slim, and I think you have to be strategic in what you're doing.
Girl, what you talking about? My options not slim. My options are not slim. I refuse. I don't buy into that. The devil is a lie.
Right. So,
the devil is a lie.
Oh well.
My options are not slim.
Well, what the part of the impetus
selective.
There's nothing wrong with being selective, as you should.
That's right.
Because you are a star. So I mean, you know, you want to make sure you select accordingly. But here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think from the friend pool that we have and what you can see on social media, I think there's a deficit on the people connecting to people that they are desiring. Does that make sense?
That's because people are doing these unrealistic expectations of
y'all.
what they want. Oh, he's got to be. Listen
okay,
here,
so let's talk about
listen
that.
Here, sister.
That's what we're talking about today.
Seriously. Look, let's think about this.
Okay.
A lot of my girls, he got to be 6'2", he got to be 6'5", got to make $150,000. Girl, give me a brother that is 5'7", got a full-time job with some benefits. Okay.
Okay, but you say that, but I think that you were entertaining somebody that was like that, and then what?
We're not talking about that. Yes.
Let's talk about your birthday weekend a little bit. What happened? Was it good? Was it a good one?
Had a good birthday.
Why?
Okay. It was good. You were there. I had all my friends were there. We celebrated. I had a guest that came in to celebrate my birthday.
It can be Italian. Yeah, she said, can it be Italian? Absolutely. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
But you know what? People have to understand that, I think that as we've gotten older, we expect certain things.
Okay.
Right? I get that. But for me, it's about how they treat you and a nice treatment. Now, I was a little, y'all tell me if I overreact.
Okay, men who are on here, ladies, absolutely join in. But men, please pay close attention to this scenario that actually is a real life scenario that happened.
Tanya, hi you guys, hi everybody.
So tell everybody what happened.
Okay,
to the best of your ability.
Okay, best of my ability. I was a little disappointed in something that happened this weekend. So I had
and we want your feedback on should she have been, hey, how you doing? Should she be disappointed in what happened?
Okay,
I have my opinion.
So I had somebody that came in to visit me to say
for
my birthday.
That was nice.
But what was shocking was my birthday was like Friday, and they showed up and did not have a gift. There was no gift.
So wait a minute. So this person came from out of town, paid to come out of town. Paid for accommodations themselves. Okay, so that's an expense. That was an expense. Okay, but because you did not receive anything for your birthday, as in a gift, a card, anything like that, you felt slighted.
I did. I mean, a card would have been nice.
They knew it was her birthday because they came down for her birthday. So yes, we're going to answer that question.
I just would have been nice to get a card. So I felt I've been salty and I felt some type of way.
Tina,
I've been salty.
Tina, let me make sure I'm clear.
It's jerk chicken.
Tina, if that man had just brought you a card and no gift, would you have had an attitude about that? And I need you to be honest.
No. No, I wouldn't have. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't have.
Hello from Omaha.
It's the effort. Hey, you guys, it's the effort. It's if it was
the consideration.
The consideration.
Yeah.
Just
a thought.
Because I would have said, okay, you've done this, you spent this, you did this.
Yeah.
I'd have been okay. But just a card. Because then I would have felt better about it.
But I
thank you. Somebody said that's pretty rude. Somebody said a card, one rose, something. Exactly.
I mean, and
so I wasn't overreacting, y'all. I'm so simple. Look, you know how many Starbucks gift cards my girl? Which reminds me, what's my Starbucks gift card?
Girl, it's on the way.
Okay.
I already got that.
Listen, everybody knows. Look, somebody went, all right, Mr. Shaji, I can't do that.
He wants to join in. He wants to
You got the opinion.
No,
okay,
sir.
Right.
Well, just type it in,
Listen,
sir.
type, please. I'm telling you, I'm so simple. I love Starbucks. A Starbucks gift card would have been nice. Now,
so wait a minute. I have to say something.
I'm shocked because this person knows that. Yes,
yeah.
They would send me.
It's not like they just met you.
No,
it was
no. And they used to do extravagance. I mean, one time I had a painting show up at my house. It was just absolutely beautiful. So,
do you think that person felt that because of the 5 years of putting in gifts and time and effort, that and you don't live in the same state, that the ability for him to come here and be here and be with you on your birthday was, I think you're missing one of the big things that happened. Can I say it?
Oh Lord.
Sorry. I think one of the interesting things the perception was maybe it was an expense to get here, right? Is that fair? And being here, did this person go shopping for themselves and didn't buy you anything?
Yep.
Y'all, please put a comment in. Yeah.
Yep.
So seriously.
Birthday.
So should she have Maritza? Hey Maritza, she wants to say something
hey,
to you.
Lita.
So can you read what she's saying?
She said, I thought he was full of themselves because they thought they were the. Oh, she said, I think he was full of themselves because he thought he was the gift.
Yeah, but
then I should have got the receipt because when you get a receipt, you can go exchange it.
Okay, is this KD says no?
Especially
That's not cool. It's a B-day and should have brought something special. A friend is really reaching for your friends. I'm just trying to pay.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
We all know he's wrong, y'all. But I want the male's perspective. And we've gotten perspectives, but we're talking about this today, so you can share yours.
My feelings was hurt.
They should have been.
They were actually hurt. Because it was almost like, are you serious? Not even a card.
It wasn't intentional. It didn't feel intentional. It didn't feel as if
this
was something that he had thought through.
No. This is what really got me.
What?
It's when I said,
Uh-oh.
I said, well, who we going shopping for? Loves to shop. Are we going shopping for me? For you? Or are we shopping for me? He said, I hadn't planned on it.
Ooh, drop the mic. So not only he didn't bring a gift, didn't bring a card, he had no intention whatsoever of buying you anything while you were here.
That's what it sounded
How
like
did that
to
make
me.
you feel?
I would tell you what my mom told me. I put a period behind it. That's what I did.
Like in the sentence in the book, like it's a wrap. So you have friend zoned him, is that correct?
Somebody said, "Wow, he wasn't planning on bringing you nothing."
He didn't.
Yep.
Very kind individual though.
Very sweet.
But just didn't think. Didn't think.
Very sweet. You know what I think
very
happened?
Sweet. I mean, kind. Yes.
Girl, just
nice.
Nice. Years. Known him for 5 years. So he should know me by now. So
you would think.
Yeah, and he know this not gonna shock him that I'm actually talking about it on here either.
I don't think why would.
No,
okay.
He know how I am. I don't bite my tongue.
But my whole point is, when we know to do better, what should we do?
Hey, you guys.
What should we do?
Oh, when you know better, you do better.
So there you go.
And that's the thing. Great friend, but there you go.
So do you think that would have been settling? That's how we got to this topic today.
Because you think about it, I thought about it like this: if you don't know those things, that means I gotta try to teach you. We like to feel. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about this though. It's okay to. Who's on the right? Who's on the right?
What is it, everybody?
Who's on the right? We don't know.
Who's that on the right?
Which one's the right?
I'm on the right. Is this right?
Is this right? I'm Tanika Donnell.
And I'm Title Tina.
Yeah.
Tanika's on our right.
Okay, so I'm on this Tanika. Tina. But here's the deal. So if someone doesn't know how to treat you, you should tell them. And then if they don't take a cue, then you know. Then you know.
Listen, I actually did, and they did apologize. But y'all, come on. Okay,
so like I said, I ain't trying to teach you. What?
See, I'm not allowed to teach a man. See,
Wait, but hold up now. But somebody may not know
Exactly.
your specific likes and desires.
5 years.
Hey.
He's known me over 5 years.
Yeah,
He knows.
hey,
Dallas.
he knew.
Hey,
He knew.
Miss Stedman, how are
What's
y'all
Melissa
guys?
saying?
I can't see.
Did you
Oh my
did you tell
God.
him how you? Yes, she
Really?
finally did.
Hey, Ira, I had
You
to.
did.
I did.
She had to.
He
She
did
had to.
apologize. He says, "I'm sorry." He did
He
apologize.
did. He straight up. He did.
He did. He did apologize. But you know what, y'all? The thing of it is, it's like you should think about that. Like I
Yeah.
would have thought about it. I think about things.
We're women. We're gonna be nurturing. We're gonna be sensitive. We're gonna think about that. So men, please.
Please.
If that had
Yes.
been you, what would you have done? That's what I want to know.
Somebody said, "Learn." That's it. Serve.
Yeah.
Servitude.
Hello, y'all checking in from me.
We
Hey,
serving.
thank
Yeah,
you,
we serving.
Marilyn.
Thank
I
you.
can't read your name, but thank you so much. I'm gonna quit playing.
Y'all know
Put glasses
what?
on today.
I would have to give me a much bigger screen.
He wasn't sorry. It's a B-Day. Sorry was just because he was here without a present. That's facts, KB.
Oh man, oh dang,
Yeah.
KD.
So I think a man,
Oh, wow.
men, if you care about somebody, are you intentional?
That's the word. That's it. That's it. Intentional. And that Negro intentionally didn't bring me a gift.
But he intentionally got here, though. He specifically, no. I'm just, we're going to talk about this. He specifically put on his calendar, he moved mountains to be here. But yet, when he got here,
All right.
I think he could have recouped himself if he had tried.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. So, what do y'all think over here? I got my guys over
Yeah.
here.
What do you guys think?
Nesty, Yvonne, Mike, what do y'all think? Y'all say something. What do y'all think? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Okay,
No, she's right.
But did I handle it the right way?
Which way did you handle it? Be specific on what you're asking them.
Like, I should have just cussed him out, huh?
Absolutely not.
No, I did.
I told you- I
actually
told you
was
to hold
nice.
the line, because
I did. I was nice.
Yeah.
I was you know what? More than anything, my feelings were hurt.
Absolutely. You're
That's
disappointed.
the thing. It was
You're
hurt.
absolutely disappointed.
Especially after y'all listen. My sis here, I had a wonderful birthday.
Yeah.
She shared her gala with me.
Yeah, that's fun.
I was late for my birthday cake.
But y'all should check us out on social media. What am I on here? Tanika Donnell, Realtor. Is that what I am?
Yeah.
Tanika Donnell, Realtor. Who are you? Title Tina?
I'm Title Tina.
Go check us out. Follow us if you don't. Please
Yes.
follow us. We
Yes.
are in real.
Yes.
I'm a real estate broker. She is entitled. This is what we do in our real life, right?
Oh, have them take the love language.
Facts.
Oh, Tess, facts.
But follow us if you haven't, and check out some of the pictures and stuff from the
yeah,
gala.
oh my God, it was awesome.
fun.
Awesome. At the Real Title Tina and Title Tina on Facebook. It's thank you, Katie. Thank you. Happy belated. see, thank you.
31. It's
Too
31.
young.
Who? Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you though. I don't think you know how old I am, but that's okay. Yeah.
How old is your daughter? Your oldest daughter is what?
She's 25.
There you go.
So maybe that's a hookup right there. Yeah.
He said, I know, right?
He said,
Okay. So I have a question for you. Have you ever been told your standards are too high?
yes. But
You
here's the
think you can
deal.
lower them a little bit?
But here's the deal. My standards, I don't believe are too high because I'm not fixated on. Okay, my standards go like this. Does he have a relationship with Christ?
God, that's first.
Can he be a provider? And see, men sometimes think provision is just financially. I'm talking about a prayer warrior who can pray over me, someone that can be a confidant with me, someone who can cherish me. I feel cherished, secure, adored, someone that wants to spend time with me, someone who understands the value of me as a woman. That way, it doesn't matter
Someone
if
that
he's,
brings you a gift for your birthday.
baby, gifts. That would be multiple. You know why? Because he's intentional. He's going to know enough about me. Even if we were new in a relationship, he would know something about me. But after 5 years, it should be tight and it should be right.
Thank you. 5 years.
I'm just saying.
So I'm telling you, and you know what it is, and they have to understand, it's not a one-way street.
No.
You're gonna give just as good
Reciprocity
as
is
you get. You know
real.
what women are? We're
Yeah.
like mirrors.
Yes, that's a
we
good one.
reflect. We
Yeah.
reflect back what's given to us. What's given
Men,
to us is
do
what
y'all
we reflect
realize
back.
that,
Do y'all
right?
agree to that?
Do y'all agree?
That's it.
I think that's.
Ooh, so I love it. KD, you own it.
What do you say?
If someone tells you your standards are too high, that means their standards are too low.
KD gets me. Whoever that is, that's right. Because
Amen.
What
Is he
I
a
can't read
Holy
it.
Ghost filled man and all his children grown and out the
That's a plus.
Let me tell you something.
But
you know what? And that's true though. Let me tell you this. You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. My papa used to say that.
Your papa?
My papa was a wise man, girl. That's why I love coffee this day.
So what did papa say?
You can tell a tree by the fruit it bears.
Oh, okay, but
if you want to see two things, he always said: look at a man's relationship with his mother, and look at a man's relationship and look at his children.
Okay, so let's be specific. If your children go off on a road that you don't agree to, does that mean his fruit is him?
No. But that's what I'm saying. They can stray away, but they'll come back. They come, and that's facts. Mm-hmm. I just believe that's facts, you guys. Mm-hmm. How many of you ladies agree with me on that? Oh, hey, Jocelyn. How many of y'all agree? Mary, Cece. I think it's true. Mm-hmm. You can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. So Absolutely. You have to look at. But I know people in the way that they treat their moms. That says a lot about a man. Mm-hmm. I personally think it does. Don't you think so?
Oh, it's facts. It's facts, and
Uh-oh. Y'all, I think I stepped
for real.
What, you know what else? I got to tell everybody this. Somebody, if y'all go look at those pictures.
Oh, you
because I'm petty. Petty and messy.
What is wrong with you?
Somebody on the picture with a certain individual.
Okay, so let's talk about dating. Let's talk about dating. Because why are women... I
can't believe you showed a picture of somebody you're dating.
You know what? That's my prerogative to do. I mean, I don't understand why that's a big deal.
Okay, Bobby Brown.
Y'all, that's an inside joke. Sorry. But the dating dilemma is real out here because men get a chance. Men do this all the time. I'm not trying to be funny, but men are never talked about if they are dating multiple people or if they are with one person one week and another person next week. I'm not saying that's my desire at all. But what I'm saying is, if men can do that, if I post one picture of somebody I'm dating, why is that a big deal? Why are people talking about it even today? I don't understand. It happened a week ago. So that's why I'm like...
They still talking about it.
Yes. So what is that about?
For the same reason they'd be shocked if they saw somebody on my page. I don't post my personal life out there like that because of that exact same reason that you're saying. It's so funny.
But this was a specific... Now, hold up now. I want to say this. This was a specific event that happened, and it was part of the event.
It was...
Okay,
exactly. It was part of the event.
So it's part of the event, number one. So I don't understand why it's a big deal.
It's not. It shouldn't be.
I don't think
but when we do it, it's funny. My mom said all the time, when a woman passes away, if she was promiscuous, she's labeled something not desirable. Mm-hmm. It stays with her in the grave. Mm-hmm. But men are called players. Mm. They are.
As if that's something to celebrate.
I was telling somebody what I said. A lot of times as women, we sit here and spend our time with gentlemen, right, for long periods of time, and their value is going up as they get older because they're viewed as distinguished. Mm-hmm. As we get older, our options, it's the truth. A guy that is 60-something years old can go get a girl that's 35. But
there are some cougars out here.
I'm not gonna be no cougar. Why you want to date somebody you got to raise?
Well, that depends how far is the stretch. You're saying you're comparing that 60 to a 30-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They do that. I asked a gentleman, a friend of mine, I said, what's the youngest you ever dated? He said 28. I said,
28 year difference?
He was 28. He was 50 and she was 28. And I'm like, that's 22 years. That's a big gap.
Why do you think he chose to do that?
Sex. And for his ego. Y'all know me. If y'all don't know me by now, I keep it. I just point blank tell it like it is.
What? Good morning.
You didn't see the first half.
I didn't see. I can't see.
That's our kill. You didn't see the first half.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, but
morning.
Good morning. Okay, listen though. What does it say?
Are you dating a godly way? You're doing it right. Amen.
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 Hey.
Amen.
I'm telling you, it just blows my mind. Have you ever felt pressure to settle down? There's some guys right now, I can't believe this. They're 60 and they're not going to get married.
So why do you think they've chosen that route?
I have no idea. Ask them. Yeah, I'm not a guy. I know. Good morning, quick. Thank you. Okay, Sir Michael. Anybody answer this? Why is it that guys
Good morning.
at 50 and up are not settling down?
So I personally have a philosophy about this. I think it's like a lot of men are going through a midlife kind of crisis situation, and get out here and realize, I'm telling you, women these days are very overt and very forthcoming in how they approach men, and so I think it makes it hard sometimes for men to, number one, decide, settle down. It's like a kid in a candy store, and they have plenty of options. It takes a mature man to know what he wants, to really make a definitive decision about, I'm going to be with one woman, but I don't think he has to if he doesn't want to.
But and I want to say this, you guys, what I've learned, there are some, I want women to understand, because I'm in a lot of different groups on Facebook, and it's so sad, because I see a lot. It's sad. And I think I did a post when I posted on my late husband's birthday. I said, women, don't give up. There are still some good guys out there.
Look, Derek's back. Hey, Derek.
Hey, D, he's back.
We want some comments from you today,
my
Derek.
brother. He's back.
Thank you for joining again. We missed you guys so much.
Yes.
Today we're talking about, let's just recoup this real, sis, are you settling?
Sis, are you settling?
Men, are you settling? Are you settling? Are you looking for, a top 10 list, and then you find somebody that has 2 and you're like, I'm good? Are you settling?
Well, okay, let's ask this, okay?
Yeah.
So if you have 10 things, is it okay if the guy or the woman marks off half of that and not the other half? What are y'all's thoughts on that? Do you think is it a deal breaker?
I think it would depend on what
do y'all think?
What are
the deal breaker?
What are the 5? I mean, are they the top 5?
Okay, so let's how do you rank them? Is it based off of, first for me, it's relationship with the Lord. Gotta know that, because if he knows how to love the Lord, he's gonna know how to love me. That's just me. I took a lesson out of your book. Yeah. I recently asked him, I said, hey, where do you attend service? And when they start saying,
them jokers fall off fast when you start asking
that. And when I tell them,
no.
When I say
here's the deal breaker. Do you tithe?
Oh yeah.
They fall off fast.
He said,
who's that?
Sadiq said, I'm married and grateful for women today are so low level.
They make it hard, low level. Some women out there are making it hard for those that are like, hey, we just holding the line, trying to wait on God, what God has said. But there are women out there who are really out here,
girl, and they aggressive,
and they don't really care if you married or not.
They don't. But listen here, girl. Hey, the Lord sent him to me. Girl, listen, the Lord ain't gonna never send you somebody else's husband.
Somebody says, I tithe. Thank you for tithing. The Lord is appreciative of that. I can't read your name, but that's good. I'm glad to hear
That's what I'm telling you. A leech is a turnoff. You better believe it. A leech is a turnoff. Here we go. Derek says, dating when you don't know what you want it's like what did you say? It's like a grocery shopping when you're hungry. You go in for one thing and leave with some everything.
Thank you for bringing it today. Derek,
he always bring
it.
That's so true. When I go in the grocery store and
you should never go to the grocery store hungry.
Girl. Then I get back home and like, why did I buy these?
And with these higher tariffs and taxes and stuff, I mean, you can't do that anymore for real.
No, you can't do it. But he's so true.
Yeah, he's
but
right.
The thing of it is that you have to know what you're looking for.
Listen, what does Sir Michael say? Where they're at, I'm single, but myself more interested in her mindset.
That's it.
That's good. So if she had a great mindset, but her body was not tight, Sir Michael, would that work for you?
We've done it before with people they've been talking about. No, but it's true.
I mean, it's real. Because there are a lot of nice fellas out here and nice chicks out here, but because of they don't look what you want them to look like, you may pass them by. Is that true or not true?
We do the same. Now, not just them.
I know.
We do it. We do the same. We do the same.
You won't need a man's. We do. Would you like to give it?
We do. We do. Call in, please.
No, whoa. We don't know him like that. Why don't you start typing some stuff and then we can pull you in. Derek, we need you on TikTok, please.
We need you on TikTok.
So, because we love to talk to men. We want to hear a man's perspective. We want to understand that this is for all the ladies out here. We talk to sisters every day who are in this predicament about trying to figure out if there's really, should we hold the line? Wow. Is it too late for me? I'm 30, 40, in my 50s. I'm single. I'm educated. I've got a good job, but I'm single.
He said, and I love it. He says, he said, if you can't bring 80% of my standards, I won't move forward. So, but
Okay.
what does the 80% look like?
What is your 80%, sir? What are your non-negotiables?
That's right. Terrence and I share that in common. Terrence, I'm a widower as well. You're right. It is hard. And I'm going to tell you, somebody actually
You
said
saying
this
it's
to me.
harder? What do you mean?
It's different because if you had a good marriage, and I had a wonderful husband, had someone tell me that, because every time I talk about him, I get all emotional. I cry, and it's been 16 years. And they said, you know what, Tina, really, I think you're still grieving. Do you ever get beyond that point?
What?
And
what did you say to that?
I am grieving.
Of course, I'm always going to grieve.
I'm always going to grieve my kid's dad. But the thing of it is this. I don't believe God takes, and I say this to you, Terrence, because I follow you on social media, my brother. I follow you on social media. Wonderful brother, raising his kids by himself.
All right, Terrence.
Lost his wife.
This is Terrence, right?
His name is Terrence on mine. I follow you, and you're inspirational. And what I'll say to you is this: God never takes anything without replacing it for something better, with something better. So I say to you, my brother, your something better is coming. And it's hard for those of us that have people used to say to this all the time, and I know they probably say the same thing to him. They used to go, "Oh, it's better to have loved and lost than not to love at all." Exactly, but you can't miss what you never had. So that's why I tell people, I said, no, I don't want to hear that, because you can't miss what you never had. Try it and then tell me. If you had a love that loved you unconditionally, that loved you purely, and when you've experienced that, it's hard. Reason why it's hard for me is because you won't settle for anything less than that. Because what you tend to do,
have hard. You though over the let's be. I'm gonna keep it real, because from our communication, I think you have settled. Many times you have, and you do that because of loneliness, where you want companionship. You miss certain things of aspects of being in a relationship. So in reality, you have settled. But here's one that I would ask: are you always going to have a level of somebody's not going to rise to the occasion because of how he treated me? Does that make sense? So I need you. I mean, I understand. I'm not trying to. But to say, I mean,
he wrote a good comment.
What did he say?
He said, he says he's scared because he has 2 small children, which I know.
Oh yeah.
And I look at what I had as the standard. See, I just said that. So he says, I look at what I had as the perfect one. She was the best thing I've ever had, and it's hard to. It is.
So Terrence, I mean, I'm going to take both of you guys and say, I get you. You may not ever have an equivalent to the very best that you had, but what will you be able to live with?
See, and that's the thing. The best advice I can give to him is this: when I was coming out of mine, it took me like 2.5, 3 years, and because I got married again, definitely not.
Why did you get married again? Please be
settled. And that's why I said, sis, are you settling? I think we have to learn to recognize that some things we do settle because you don't want to be alone. Yeah. I got tired of being alone. I had 2 boys to raise. I didn't want to raise them by myself. And, I was like, oh, he loves the Lord, da-da-da. But it wasn't a fit for me. It was not a fit.
What I was saying, not a fit? Like, in retrospect, what would you have done differently? What you asked earlier, if you had 5 of the 10, am I good? Like, did he have 5 of the 10 or did he have 8 of the 10? Like, give us clarity.
And he was totally opposite from my late husband in a sense. Well, I would definitely want a man that was gentler, that was kinder, that understood me, that got to know me, and wasn't so rigid in their ways. And so, somebody said it's a hard question. It's a hard question. And this one says he married his second wife. He could talk to her. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna find somebody. You're gonna have to figure out what's most important to me now in the season of my life. 15, 16, 20 years ago, it was different. Your boys are older now. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be some differentials as to who you might select today versus who you would 5, 6 years ago.
And my late husband's best friend is actually on my TikTok. Derek, they were best friends.
Are you serious?
They were best friends.
Oh, Derek, I didn't know that.
So
Derek
he knows
all the time?
Yeah. They were best friends. So he knows that, kind of like what Terrence is saying about that standard. Yeah. Exactly. You said when you tasted sugar, salt won't do. Yeah. They look the same, but are severely different. Exactly. And you just have to, that's what you have to take into consideration. So just like what Terrence, him going through everything, he goes, it's something.
So if your ex-husband was a 10 out of 10.
He was definitely a 10. He's about a 20.
So where do you hold out for a 20 again?
I expect God to send me a 20.
You do?
I do. I do.
Then
And so I'm living in
why have
expectation.
you been settling
Happy
for?
Friday.
Then why, if you want a 20, why have you been dealing with 5s?
Oh Lord Jesus.
Don't play with me today. Because I want to get to this. Because that's the question. That's why we're having this question. If you have a standard,
I can
why
answer
are
that.
you settling for something that is even a third of what
well, that's the thing. I made that mistake, but it's like Terrence just said. You won't settle for less. You won't. But the thing of it is, what I was.
You mean long term?
Long term, I think what we have to do is the comparison is what does it. I mean,
Is that fair to the new guy?
It's not.
Okay, so guys,
it's
come
not.
on. I'm trying to help.
What do you mean high maintenance? I'm not high maintenance.
Okay, so let's talk about
No,
this a
I'm
little
not
bit.
high
Is that
maintenance.
fair for her to have this high standard of a man who was amazing? Thank you, Jesus. You had the chance to experience that. But is it fair to hold that a standard? Derek, please help. Is it fair to hold that standard now? What is this? I can't read it.
Does the Bible say that
Uh-oh.
not tithing will keep you from going to heaven? I don't think that's what it says. It doesn't say that. He says
No.
we keep ignoring this question. No,
Me? We don't need to ignore that.
No, we didn't
I'm
see
sorry
it.
about
We
that.
didn't see it.
We got 4 things here.
We got
So
4 screens.
sorry, sir.
Sorry. Wait a minute.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
not tithing is not going to keep you from going to heaven. No.
Matthew, John 3:16. That's what we need to focus on.
That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
But
We're
God
saying
does
what
call
we
for
believe.
obedience.
Obedience.
He does call for obedience. Okay.
And just so y'all know, for me, I also believe there are other ways
Absolutely.
that you can tithe. You can tithe your time and your talent as well. But let's be honest, there's something about sacrificial obedience.
It is, and that can show if as Christ treated the church. That's the mimicking of how a man is supposed to treat a woman. So if you can be obedient to Christ, then maybe you can be faithful in your vows. Okay? If you pray, maybe you have a direct line to God when the Holy Spirit can navigate you out of certain situations that you don't even need to be in. So, oh girl, okay. I'm about to start on this.
She gonna go
today.
in, y'all.
But
know
I'm
that.
just
No,
saying,
no,
so
no,
it
no,
is
no.
very important that you understand what God has called you to do, men
Exactly.
and women, all of us. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm
No,
saying everybody.
No.
We should.
have to.
We're all imperfect, but we should all be striving.
Ooh, I love that. Somebody
Right.
said, Tate says, you need to put out what you expect in return.
You better.
Amen.
It should be a mirror.
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror.
Somebody
I'm
said,
not
right,
asking
right.
for anything that
Thank
I'm not
you,
willing to
thank
be.
you.
Now I'm gonna tell you that right now. Nor should you. Right? Nor should any woman or man. Why is your standard high and you're garbage? Why would that happen?
Look, somebody said once, and this is the best thing, bring what you're coming to get.
Baby, what?
That's what he said. Bring what you are coming to get.
Okay, Sir Michael, let's talk about people dealing with trauma issues that hinder a healthy relationship as well. We can talk about it all day.
Oh, we can talk about that all day.
Because people are not dealing with the issues from their past, and you meet somebody new and you have a trigger because they said one word or looked a certain way, and now you think
Happened to me.
What happened, girl? Tell
The
me.
trigger. Girl, I got
Just
triggers.
give them one example.
Trigger.
Give them one.
Well, I had an instance one day where I was talking to this gentleman on the phone, and
What happened?
girl, he said something. I was calling him because I had a bad day,
Okay.
and I wanted to talk to him about it. And this dude was like,
What'd he say?
I'm sleeping right now." That was it for me because I remember my
Ooh.
ex-husband didn't have time to hear me when I was talking. I was like, so it was a trigger to me. I was like, "Oh no, you're not it."
So-
and so it was like I was
You
like,
cut him.
I cut him. I was like, He showed me something. I was like,
Was that fair?
It's just
Do you
like
think that
even
was
the
fair?
thing like this, the whole thing with the not getting the gift.
Yeah.
That's a trigger for me because to me, what it shows. Okay, I was married to a gentleman before. Y'all know what I got for Christmas?
Oh Lord, I'm scared to know. What did you not? Did you
One
not-
Christmas.
What happened?
Well, it was before Temu. It was what was that other one? Wish. I got a blouse from Wish,
One blouse?
and it was late. And then and the next year I got some pots and pans.
Men, take note. Do not buy no doggone pots and pans for Christmas for your wife and one gift. She's worth so much more. Right, man? Right, women?
I got pots and pans. Y'all.
That
Now, they
joke
were
was not
copper.
for you, baby.
Pots
Okay.
and pans.
Let's see what
Who gives somebody pots
So
and pans?
I'm gonna agree with you, Sir Michael. People need to deal with their trauma so
do.
that they don't bring it in.
They do.
And so you really shouldn't be dating until you are in a healthy state of mind. In my
I love that. I dealt with a wife who had trauma issues and was not who she was got an annulment. Oh, I'm so sorry about
What
that,
happened?
Sir Michael. He got an annulment because he says his wife was dealing with trauma issues.
I wish I had gotten an annulment one time.
Oh my gosh, he
What?
said, Terry said, since his wife has passed, my cutoff game is strong. He had
I know that's right.
You better.
And you know what?
And
There's
so is
nothing
my
wrong.
block game.
I think
There's nothing
everybody.
wrong with
I believe
Yeah.
everybody's block cutoff
Mhm.
game should be tight because you don't have time. I mean, how old are we now?
I'm 52.
You know what I'm saying?
I turned
And
52
I'm
this week.
55.
Yeah.
So there's no time for the nonsense right here.
He says, Mr. J says, why? Okay, let me read Derek. He says, healing is a personal journey. You don't have other people take what medicine to make you well. It is. It's so
Yeah.
true. That's true.
It's true. It's
and
true.
then Tate says, why don't we teach people when they trigger something in us instead of cutting them off? Sometimes we just don't know. You know what? Probably because for me, it was like, I don't want to go through the hassle.
The hassle of what? I'm sorry.
Because it's almost like, to me, certain things should be just common courtesy. You know what I mean? There's certain things to me that are just common.
So,
You all must be single.
So this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we are.
single.
We said
We're
that at
single.
the beginning. And
We're single.
we're divorced. We're single. We're dating.
Widowed.
And what? Next. This guy said he gave pots and pans when he was younger.
Oh, see,
hopefully
but
you
you
matured,
grew.
right?
You matured, right?
Unless she was a master chef and she had asked for that. That's something different.
Y'all listen, girl,
That's
I don't want
something
no damn
different.
pots and pans. I do not want no damn pots and pans. I'm sorry for cussing. I don't want that. Mama, if you on here, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I will hear about
Thank
it.
you for saying that. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank
He
you
said
very
we
much.
both look great. Thank you,
very
Tate.
much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
But no, pots and pans, seriously. And if you're gonna give me anything, you could have got me some baking. I love to bake. I'd rather bake than cook. So you should. So you didn't even know me well enough not to get me pots and pans.
That's true. That's
See?
true. So Sir Michael says he's absent from dating. Peace is everything. You ain't never lied. Now, if you can't find no peace, it's better to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
But is that okay? So then it brings us.
Yes,
back to our
I'm dating with a
topic.
purpose. Are you dating with a purpose? Absolutely.
Wow. Yes.
Why would yes.
Yes. And
Are
not
you? Are you?
settling.
Are
Don't
you?
settle. Give me pots and pans. You just activated my love language kitchen.
That's good, though.
Derek,
Yeah.
but Derek cooks.
That's my point. That's
But
why
see,
I said if this
it was,
person,
if that was my love language, yes.
and then that's what you desire,
I like it,
absolutely.
yes.
Please do, but that most women don't
I
want
want
no
pots
pots
and
and pans for Christmas or their birthday or an anniversary.
And for their birthday, they would like to get something, even if it's just a card.
They want more than that.
I was happy with the card.
No, you weren't. You didn't even get that.
I didn't get that. I would have been happy with the card and a Starbucks card. I love Starbucks.
I'm gonna tell you.
Anybody
I'm gonna be
that
honest
knows
with
me.
you. I like my first Valentine's Day with my ex-husband. He wrote me a poem,
I got a poem.
and I was like, "That's nice, but where are the candy and the flowers?"
You know what?
But
So-
that was
Wow.
and I was in retrospect I was wrong, and I will tell anybody that I was wrong for that. But he didn't understand my love language, and I didn't understand his at the time. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because Tate said early on in his relationship, he bought his wife a lamp. He said
what?
she
A
had
lamp?
a lamp. He said she had to teach
Tate.
me. He was letting the word be a light unto his feet.
Tate, are you married now? Are you single? Because I know you changed from that.
He was letting the light. He was letting it be a light unto.
Thank you so much for the
love it, Tate.
roses. We appreciate you very much. Thank you for tuning in,
Oh
y'all.
my God, I
this is
love
the TNT podcast. This is Fun Friday. We have been out and about working for the past 3 weeks.
Love it.
And we've missed you guys. So
Oh,
we
we
are
missed
talking
y'all.
about, hey, are we settling? Are you guys settling?
Oh my
Sis, are you
God.
settling? Hey, dude, are you settling? Are y'all settling? Or are you being intentional in what you're doing? And are you being smart in how you're assessing somebody that you're considering? What are you doing out here in these streets?
Girl, I'll tell you what, I'm doing like Terrence over here.
What?
Cutting them off.
When do you
Cut
cut?
him off.
Whoa! When do you cut a joker off, though? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, here lately, you know what? Somebody over, for those of you over 50.
Isn't it called
Tim.
settling down for a reason? Settling down. Ooh, that's a good play on
Ooh.
words. Who is that? That's a good one. I don't like how that. I don't like that.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
What?
When I hit 50, y'all, used to be I give people a little bit more time. Mm-hmm. And congratulations, Tate, on being married 24 years. And
That
I want
is
to make sure
awesome.
I read.
I love that. Thank
wanna
you for
read,
sharing
make sure
that.
Terrence is coming too. But when I hit over 50, my patience got real thin. Very.
Has it really?
Girl, thin is dollar store tissue paper.
What does that mean though,
Thin
as it
is
relates
that
to this topic?
Girl, thin is that cheap dollar store tissue paper. Listen, that's real thin. You can see clean through it.
I don't use that.
Listen. Well, when funds get hey.
No, the devil is a lie. Focus.
That's why.
Stay
You
focused.
should know I got you.
Oh my God. Stay focused.
My patience grew shorter.
What do you mean by that? Would you?
But,
you're not saying anything. What do you mean?
Well, I don't tolerate as much. It's like I'm out.
So
I'm out.
No.
I'm out.
But you. Can I say something?
Oh Lord, here we go.
So what does that mean? Because are you saying a year and a half?
Oh, here we go. Yes, a year and a half.
So
I learned.
Okay, so because that was not a strong.
Hey, got a business owner want to take you out. I changed the subject because she finna go in on me.
Okay, because I was about to hit her hard inside her head.
She's finna hit me hard.
It's not your. What is it? Your cutoff game is not that tight. Because if a year and a half ain't that tight. If your cutoff game was tight, it would have been way before that.
Yes, it would have.
And after 5 years, I would dare say it ain't.
You're just gonna put all my business in the street.
Not today.
You gonna put all my business in the street?
Today.
Not today.
Well, I wish you would. I would just say.
Look.
Y'all want to know the real truth. I'm about to tell you.
I got there. It took me a minute, but I got there. I'm good.
Okay, Roy. What's Roy talking about here?
Leroy said he was putting it down. Tell the truth. Ooh, let me warm this coffee up. Producer.
Okay, so don't get me to talking about how you need to leave things out of your assessment as you're assessing people, because that's a deal. Can we say that? Because if you had a situation where you were having sex with someone, it could skew your perspective.
Is my mama on here?
I don't know, but the point is,
she do it. Listen.
That's just what his comment was.
The deed says the seller.
The what?
What? That's not true. Listen.
What? Well, why were? Okay.
That's not true. Well, because I was. You know what? I don't have an answer for you, sir. I'm just gonna be honest. I can't say a word. Sometimes you date people and you catch feelings for them
because of the intimacy thing.
Hi, Ruth. Yeah, but he said, "Oh, can you find me a mother that?" Oh my God.
What?
Terrence just said, I guess his kids asked him, "Can he find them a mother?" He said that crushes me because I know I need someone, but I refuse to train. Yes. Oh my. See, because his kids are small,
and that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
It's
a tough one because. And I'm feeling.
Well, I did that because I had Gabriel. Gabriel was 4, and so I understand that. And
do you think that you settled?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did.
Because we do what we need to do for our kids, right?
Ooh.
I can't read it.
What Derek told Tina, you better not be out here hunching. I'm gonna tell mama, boy. Tell mama. Don't tell mama.
I'm not putting.
Don't tell mama.
No, Miss Shirley.
Miss Shirley. Yes, Lord have mercy.
It's mental before physical, knowing that their mindset. I agree, but do you think most men operate with that?
Yeah, what?
He said it's mental before physical.
Yeah.
Knowing that, but I think a lot of men are opposite. I think they go physical.
Yeah.
And then I'll get to know her or him.
They do
her,
because
her.
I'm telling you. Because remember we've done podcasts before where they said they're attracted. Because I remember you asked one guy. He said, "Well, what is it that you're attracted to, sir?" Because he keeps getting the same type of women.
Exactly.
So that means
you keep picking the same thing over and over again, which is insanity. Mm-hmm. So what is attracting you to that person?
But okay. So let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you'll see a woman and you'll be like, "Oh my God, she is so pretty." And then you see the guy, thank you, Angel. You'll see the guy and you're like,
I know exactly what that is. The way he treats her,
exactly.
The way he speaks to her, the connectivity they have. They probably laugh together. Yep. They probably pray together. Yep. He's probably all about her, and she feels secure with him. There are reasons behind that all day, every day.
We have to understand that no one will come into a relationship perfect. That's so true.
That's so true.
But I believe that you can find the perfect person for you, though.
Oh, I do.
Don't you think so?
But I think that takes time to see if that's the right I don't think it's instant. I think it takes time to see as you get to know each other better. That's what I think.
In this one, we're talking about this is when we're talking about this subject. So do you think, remember I told you I read a book, this woman said you should be, as a woman, now I don't know about guys, I know guys can do this, but as women, we need to be juggling like 5. It says we need to be,
because I'm cut off.
okay. She said we need to date like
better?
5.
Ooh,
guys.
you sent me that. Okay, so check this out. Tell them what you said.
This
She
relationship coach that I follow, she says that what's
Single
wrong with
women.
women, single women, is that we lock in on one guy and we just make that guy it, and we should be dating at least 5 guys.
Can we get comments on that? What do y'all think? Men, what do you think about that? Ladies, are you doing that? I want to know, because I find that hard. Because who has time for that?
Michael said no.
No what?
Hello, we're good. He said no about dating 5 guys. I
just think that's
hey,
too
I'm gonna tell you,
much.
listen, I tried it when I was younger, before I got married. And I'm gonna tell you something. Girl, I did pretty good though.
How so?
Girl, I was like a clown. Girl, I was juggling.
I don't know.
Let me tell you, I had 2 phones.
Oh well.
Girl, I had a sister.
Somebody said more headaches. Yes, like 5 times more headaches.
No.
Why can't you just make sure, like, figure out if one dude is it? If not, move on. Like, I don't get that. Why
Because
not?
we don't have that kind of time.
What do you? Oh, because of our age.
We don't have that kind of time. So
I
listen,
think, but no. I think you should do a quicker evaluation of the situation.
What?
So
okay, listen, girl. One time I went out, I had coffee, then I went to lunch, and then I finished the evening up at dinner. I had 3 squirrels that day.
So who is this, Erica? Erica, here's the question. She follows this relationship coach, and the relationships coach said, ladies, you're dating wrong. Mm-hmm. You should be dating at least 4 to 5 people at one time to decipher who should rise to the top. So when that person rises to the top, then you kind of go in and focus on that person. But you should not focus on one person at a time. You should be doing 5 at a time. So that's what we're talking about in this particular part right now. Because I'm like, that's a lot. Who can you remember? I can barely remember one
if that's
thing.
the case, he said it doesn't count you intimate with it. If that's the case, then none of them were. None. I don't do all that. And now, girl, everybody want to keep joining this. No, you can't join. Okay, so now it's to the point where abstinence is it for me. You know why? Because y'all soul ties are real.
They are
no,
really
sir,
real.
Mohammed,
Soul ties are
no,
real,
soul
and
ties
it's
are
a
real.
challenge because we're humans, of course.
So I don't know. No, I learned that.
No, you can't be doing that with 5
No,
people. That's crazy.
sounds like the movie 27 First Dates.
Oh my, it does, doesn't it? But
Someone were Nightmare on Elm Street. So listen, I'm saying each person takes a different personality, and shifting all those personalities are different.
That's a lot.
No, let me tell you, yeah.
So,
it was hard, but it was okay.
So I just don't know how at our age with being entrepreneurs, having children,
can't do it now.
how would you even have time for that?
I can't do it now. I said that was high school.
Maybe that was in your 20s or 30s, but I can't.
That's when I was punching the clock when I was younger. Girl, I had 2 phones. I had a system. Now, the first number you got was the burner number. Girl, I was so good. I didn't even use my real name.
Who are you?
The guy I was dating, he was sitting there, he kept calling me Dolores.
Dolores, oh Lord.
Yeah, and then somebody said Tina. I said, huh? And then he said, who is Dolores? I said, me. He said, who is Tina? I said, me.
Oh my.
So I had a whole system. The first number you got was the burner phone. Now, if you were in that pool, now if you were a real viable candidate, then I gave you my real phone number and you could call. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you were doing her system.
Yeah.
How did that work out for you?
Yeah. But then I found this cool little gadget. Okay, ladies, let me tell y'all something. In your phone, under their name, if you got an Android, there's a little section that says note. So let me give you a little bit of advice. Put notes in there so you know who he is. Like 55, 2 kids, put his favorite thing. So that way when he comes up, calls, you'll know who you're talking to.
So it's a cheat sheet.
It's a cheat sheet.
Wow.
Girl, yeah, because nothing's more embarrassing than I had one guy call me and I was like, hey. I said, oh, so how was your daughter's track meet? And he said,
iPhone users, you can use that too.
Yes, did y'all have a little section?
Unfortunately, a woman who's abstaining on the dating scene is a red flag. Oh, this is good. Ron, why is that a red flag, sir? Why is abstinence now a red flag for you? Why is that? Let's see. That's like someone going to a strip club only to sit in the corner and not pay. That's an interesting. So
we've got one of my friends on here that's number 4. So I have a question.
Go back to that.
In dating, I think she's still single too. in dating, why is it a problem if we decide to abstain?
This dude says it is a problem for him because it's like going to a strip club only to stay in the corner and not pay.
First of all, I don't want to be dealing with no dude that's going to the strip club.
That analogy, dude. I don't know.
Pick another one.
So what you're saying is you would never consider that. Is that what you're saying, Ron?
Okay, this is the thing he said, but
He said because it's all part of it.
It takes time to create a foundation for a solid relationship. But it does, but how do you know, how do you get to that point where you think it is a solid relationship? How do you know? Because it's a part of it. Having sex is not necessarily part of a relationship.
For him it is. He said it's for him it is. I disagree.
And women, let me tell you something. If y'all realize...
He said only like going to a buffet and only drinking water.
What's the point? Okay. Okay, so the point of you dating someone is what? Only for sex? You can pay for that, dude. You can go pay for that. That's not the whole
No, he doesn't
point.
have to. That's what he's saying. He doesn't have to.
Oh, and see, that's why we having such a hard time.
That's okay.
It's the truth.
I'm not having a hard time.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is, I don't want to speak that atmosphere. That's all I'm saying. Like, watch what you say. That's what you say.
She gets on me all the time.
Like, Proverbs 18:21, life and death in the power of the tongue. You shall have whatsoever you say. So you got to be very careful what you are saying.
Hey, Mama T.
So that's why I won't be saying none of that.
You do, but this is the thing. People have got to stop. Women, stop selling yourself so cheap.
Wait a minute. He's
looking
for a 20-year-old that has that energy. Perhaps so.
Oh my God, I'm glad. Erica, thank you. Because listen to this. This is what I told a friend of mine over the weekend. So this is so funny. She said, yes, I am. Yes, it's very important. The focus should be on other values and substance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because to me, that's easy. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, if you guys have chemistry and you'll have that. What else do you have? Do we get along? How are we going to handle conflict? Do we enjoy each other? Can we be in each other's presence and not do or say anything?
Let me tell you
what is that?
Okay, this is the thing. Like I told a friend of mine, he's out there, he's on the dating scene, and he probably, if he sees this, he's going to be like, oh man, she really told that.
But
so
you shall remain nameless.
You're nameless. He was scrolling through there, and I was like, he was telling me about this girl that he met, and she was a nurse. She had a really good job, foundation. She got upset because she came to his house, found some hair in his trash bag, and thought, oh, well, what woman you got here? Da-da. He said, Tina, how dare she do that? I'm dating, da-da-da. I said, wait. Your problem is this. She had spent the weekend with you, so we all know y'all had a good time. I said, and then she's thinking I'm the only one, y'all are working towards something solid.
Yeah.
That's why y'all had your little fun. I said, but the issue is this. You're picking women who are wives.
Yeah.
Desire to be a wife. And I said, he was scrolling through there. I said, look, pick this one. He said, why? I said, because she got her butt turned to the camera. All her cleavage is out. I said, so she already know what time it is. Pick. I said, but you don't pick those. And he said, no, I'm not picking that one for that girl. Turn my heart.
This is good. I got to go to Ron. Imagine a guy wanting to go to dinner, but only wants to pay for a woman who is about to marry. I'm
unclear about that one.
He's saying that he's trying to compare that to if you're being abstinent and that you're only going to sleep with a man once you're married to him. He's trying to equivocate it to that. It ain't the same.
Okay, Tate got on to me. Tate, this is when I was younger now. I ain't doing that now. He said, Tina, honest, that method is creating dishonesty from the beginning.
Tell her, Tate.
Wrong name, different phone, etc. If things get serious, he will have issues. Set the tone at the beginning.
Hey Jeff, thanks for joining in. Hey, we appreciate everybody that's joined in today. Everybody that's commenting, we appreciate it so much because it's enlightening and it helps engagement and it helps everyone learn from each other. So back to this, is all superficial or really knowing that person? Take your time with her. Absolutely. So why do you have to rush to sex?
You don't. But I want to address what Tate said. What Tate said is true. Now, Tate, hold on. I was younger. That's when I first started dating. And the story I told you about was actually my now ex-husband. He was the one that said, what's your name? That one. So now I don't do that anymore. Really because, I'm be honest, I got menopause memory and I can't keep it all straight anyway. So I can't do it. So, there you go.
Keep it real, Tina.
I'm keeping it real. So
Tina.
I can't do it anymore. The sister done slowed down. Sister can't do it
that
anymore.
Part right
that
there.
part right
that
there.
Part.
Somebody
that
said that part. Exactly
that
right.
Part.
That part
right there. That part right there.
That part. But thank you, my brother, for your honesty, and you just told the truth. You're absolutely correct. Started how you wanted to end.
So, fellas, here's a question for you. Do y'all believe men really know when they've met the right woman, or does timing matter more? Ooh. Do men really know?
I have a friend of hey, Rich. I have a friend of mine that said yes. He knew with it. He says he knows there's two categories when they first meet. Either go to bed or wed. He said those are two categories.
Really?
That's what he says.
Can men elaborate on that, please? So you're saying when you meet somebody, you instantly know that?
D. May says, I'm willing to wait if we go 50-50 on all dates.
Wow.
That should be your problem.
Wow. Whoa, how's your dating life going? Wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. But you know what? These days, I'm going to say this. I think, unfortunately, women are very quick to share themselves with whomever, trying to secure the bag, per se, when they don't realize that has nothing, that's not going to happen. That doesn't secure anything. No. Men, just because you have sex with someone doesn't mean you're going to be with them. And you all know that.
I love it. He said, timing is everything. And then Ron said, but that's fair if you're abstaining. Well, hold on. Okay.
Did he say it's not fair?
No, he said it's fair if you're abstaining. So wait a minute. So y'all mean to tell me y'all out here feeding these women hoping that they going to give up the hooch?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
women,
they just said that.
That's basically what he said. Look here, ladies, I hope your stuff is more valuable than a number 5 from McDonald's or something. Please. Please. Because these brothers are what they're saying. He's talking yes. Somebody said, wow, the audacity. That's right. The audacity. Oh, my God. I mean, he pretty much said that. Ron. So if the woman, woman's abstaining, you pretty much going to tell, you abstain. From here on out, we going 50-50. Y'all not dating. So she's not worth courting, because to me, I think you'd want somebody that's doing that, because then everybody ain't been there. Right?
You would think, but maybe we have it wrong. That's why we're asking, like, really?
So, wow.
This is enlightening.
This is enlightening. Y'all, look, ladies, the G's is not the big deal, just like spending isn't the big deal. I don't get that. Okay, Ron, you got to tell me. I don't get it. Oh, the goods is not that big of a deal, just like spending isn't that big of a deal. I'm trying to be unsure. I think I'm trying to elaborate. Men and women court differently.
Yes,
They do. But okay. So, are we being unrealistic in what we're expecting these men to do at this day and age?
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
I mean,
like we
guys, are we unrealistic in our expectations? I want to know. Yes, we know. It says some men try to turn into home wives just. Ooh, so I know what that means. Some women try to turn. Ooh,
what? I can't read it.
Okay, some men try to turn hoes into housewives, just like some women try to create a husband out of a boy.
Ooh, wow. That's good. That's well said. I think that's well said right there.
Wow,
I really do. I think that's.
Wow.
I think that's really well said. I do. I do.
Okay. Hadea, for the most precious thing she has to give of herself with no commitment. See, exactly. So Ron says we're being very unrealistic. I cannot believe that.
Well, just like everyone, you don't have to be everybody's cup of tea.
Oh, that's my saying.
Okay, you're not coffee, and that's okay. That's okay, because the person for you will want to walk this journey out with you. It's just that simple.
I mean,
and so it's okay if he doesn't agree, because then that's not your dude, and that's
I'm
okay.
good with it. It just blows my mind, but it kind of gives way to why so many women, and that's why women, I'm honestly, I believe that's why we get hurt, because when you have sex with a man, you form an emotional bond
with them. Yeah, I don't care.
And I think that's why you get so crushed.
Heck yeah, exactly.
Which is why I end up staying, like she said, a year and a half.
So again, are you settling? Do you then settle because you're? Well, some men have this philosophy, and so then you settle and you give way to that.
Oh, right? Look, we will. D-Mays, you know what? He said you guys need to add a man to your panel. Give me a call. We want to bring people in. You know what?
Okay, well, no. We'll add him in. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to say from what? Before?
Might not be bad.
I know, so Libby, add him in. Go on now, D-Mays.
Okay, you want to call? Well, hey, we're going to let you call in. Can you call in?
What was he saying? Let's go back to his comments. I can't remember what he's saying.
He's the one that said, I'll pay for dinner if you are willing to.
D-Maids, that doesn't scare me, because I think
he says our perspectives are not realistic from the man's perspective.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
That's from his perspective.
He's a man. Okay. Put him on. Seriously.
Oh, okay. You got your red glasses?
Mm-hmm. And my red lipstick if I have to. Because let me tell you why he can be invited. Because I think he represents probably over 80% of the men out here that are dating, who are interacting with women, and that's why we have topics like this. Because are we settling? Okay, because if that's the story, then I'm, maybe 20% is worth the wait. If that's the case, if you're only saying I want to be with somebody if I have sex with them, only be with somebody if they pay 50-50, maybe we are unrealistic, and he can. Whoa, what's this say? Slide what?
Move it over, slide it. It says right there, slide over there. There it goes.
Girl, I can't. You gotta verify. Oh damn! What kind of new stuff do they have here?
Match it up. There it goes. There
you go. Child, that was stressful.
Here we go. Some people have bonds with. What does that say? I can't.
Where are you? In Facebook or what?
Facebook. Some people have bonds with the city. Wow. Oh, they've been through the whole city. I get it, Tate.
Ooh, wow.
I get it. That's deep.
Wow.
That's deep. That's deep. And see, that's the thing. I'm just like, when D. Mays is talking about dating is not a sport. It's not. But some people, guys are making it like a sport. So I'm trying to figure out. I mean, it's just, I'm good though. You good?
Well, just like a man should not date unless he's ready to spend. Is that what you're saying, guy? Because I mean, if that's not what you want to do, then probably you shouldn't be out dating. That's right. Okay, so have we already got to an hour? Good God. Hey,
this is a good topic.
What's worse, being with someone who's not right or ending up alone?
Alone.
Wow. So you would rather be with somebody that's not right for you than to be alone?
I'd rather be alone.
No. That's why I was asking you. What's worse, being alone?
No. Oh, no. That's what
I was saying.
I'm sorry. That. What's being with somebody that's right for you? Because if you're alone, you got peace.
Thank you. But that's why I was like,
I'm like, nah, I didn't miss it. No.
Anybody want to comment on that? Would you rather be with somebody than to be alone, even if they're not right for you, because you don't want to be alone?
I want to hear from what? D. Mays.
Alone, yeah.
Nah. Nigga say nah. Nigga, nah. I know that's right. You want to be alone, definitely not with the person that's not right for you.
No, that's a waste of your energy, time. I mean, believe me, it's so much more peace when you don't.
Girl. We both at the same time. Girl, I'm good. I am good, sis. I'm good. What's the next question?
Okay.
On your piece of paper?
Men, do y'all feel women confuse potential with ready?
She said, what Karen White say? Look, what Karen White say? What Karen White say? Rather be alone than unhappy. Amen.
Yeah. Do y'all feel women confuse potential with ready? And women, do you believe most men grow into the right person, or they either have it or they don't? Do you think men can evolve and grow into the right person? Like you meet a brother, right? Mm-hmm. And he's not, exactly where you want him to be. Mm-hmm. Do you think he can grow and be cultivated into the right person?
I don't know. What do y'all think? You know what? I think this is gonna sound terrible. I actually think it depends on the age.
Okay, so talk about people in the different ages.
I think when they're younger, it's like anything else that's young. You can kind of mold it. It's like clay. When you get fresh clay, you can mold it. And
like at the potter's wheel, right?
At the potter's wheel. Mm-hmm. But then when you get some of these old ones, it's all dry and flaky, and you can't do anything with it. I mean,
well, wait a minute.
You know what I mean?
I love this. Erica says, if God is involved, yes, otherwise, no. Ding, ding, ding. She's taking the words out of my mouth. With God, all things are possible. Y'all know I love that. Matthew 19:26. But I think it takes a man and a woman, because I think it can go both ways, have to be willing to make the changes.
Oh my God.
Because a lot of people are alone and get set in their ways.
Mm-hmm. They do, and what I've discovered, and they'll tell you the older ones, they're set in their ways. Okay, Ginger said, life is hard enough without trying to work around a mess. Amen, Ginger. Amen. And Maritza says, people need to remember that a man is a female's headship, but a female is the man's neck.
Ooh, we love that. That's good.
Oh,
that's good.
That's good.
Marissa, girl, you want to come on the show too? Okay, she's trying to say something today. That's excellent.
That's really good.
Do y'all understand what she's saying? Men are the headship, but women
make it turn. You can't do nothing but look ahead. But with a woman, you can to the left.
We are helpmeets. We help your head, move in the directions that God says it should go. If you've selected the right one, of course.
Yes. If you select, but sometimes
you gotta select right because they are just based upon physical, I guess, and not any other aspect.
He has to want to change, and you can't push it. No. Then that turns into resentment. It sure does. It always does. It does.
So that goes back to the topic at hand on Fun Friday. Sis, bruh, are you settling? And if you are settling, should you?
Remember what I told y'all, the only thing you should settle are lawsuits. Don't settle, because God has so much better out there for you. Mm-hmm. He has. But you know what I'm telling you, what I've learned too? What? We have to be very specific. And then the other thing we have to do is when we get to a door, and I told you this, we got to stop picking locks to doors that don't belong to us. I mean, sis, y'all stop jimmying them, stop prying them. Look, if that's not the room that you're supposed to be in, get up out of there.
Here's what I will say also. You need to be you need to be healed and restored.
You do.
Before you're asking somebody to do or be something that you're actually not.
That's it.
So I would say before you get out in these streets dating and wanting to be with somebody, make sure you're healed, make sure you're restored, or make sure you're at least further along in your process and you're not having triggers always trigger you. So that the person that you meet new can't be themselves, because you know what I'm saying? That's weird.
It is, but it's just like recently when I told a gentleman, I said, "Hey,
it is okay being alone as well." Amen to that. It is.
I was like, I'm good being a friend. He said, I said, because you know what? I don't want to bleed on you.
That's good.
Because you told us. Remember I told you that? I said I'm healing. Because I'm bleeding.
And so why not work on a friendship?
So you work on a friendship. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not trying to go there. I'm bleeding. So let me heal.
But also, we don't want no friends with benefits situation.
No, that ain't happening either. No. Soul ties are real, y'all. You got to remember that. They're real. Invite Dr. Hey, Dr. Price. No, they're real. So I think we've come to the end of our
absolutely
today.
Y'all. So here's the last thing. A little sage advice, people. What advice would you give your younger self about love and standards today? What would you give? What would you say? What would you tell your 25-year-old self? We have 25, 29, 25,
25, 29.
What would you tell yourself now that you wish you'd known then? Anybody, please. What would you tell the younger version of yourself about love, standards, and settling? What advice would you give?
Don't stay around thinking that it's going to get better. If you see something that is a red flag,
can I just say, can you give me an example? Now, I'm talking physical abuse, all that kind of stuff. We know that. But what are you talking about? Like, can you give a specific example? Because that's very...
You want to give you one that come to mind?
Yes.
Flying all the way here and not giving you a gift for your birthday.
She said it right there, people.
That's a flag. Because it shows a lack of consideration. That means that you're not being intentional.
So I think what you're saying is when a brother shows you who they are, believe them. There you go.
Or come and get in the car with food and you call and ask that you want some.
Yeah. When people show you they're inconsiderate or they are only thinking of themselves, do you think that person may have thought like that because they've been alone for so long?
Yes, I do. I do.
So if you're not when you're ready to be in a relationship, you have to be ready to think of the other person too, right?
Yes.
That's good advice.
Yes, that's good advice.
You know what I'm saying?
Very good advice.
Don't get into a relationship unless you're willing to to serve one another. Ooh, hello.
Thank you for sharing that. That's what Maya Angelou said.
You're not ready unless you are willing to sacrifice, to serve one another, to be considerate of one another, you're not perhaps ready for prime time. And so don't do it. Step out. Don't get ready. Be alone.
Ginger said, don't ever think you deserve to be disrespected. Maritza says, get to know you before you get to know somebody else. That's good, ladies. Both of them.
Man, come on, man. Where y'all at? What would you tell your younger self? Sir, what you say? That's what, okay, he said that. Good. Men, y'all got something to say? Because what would you tell these young men out here? What would you tell your younger version of yourself about relationships and the standards about relationships? Men and women have done it wrong. Men, what would you say, men? To your younger version of yourself?
Women are emotional, men are logical. So I'm looking for their comments to be something that is very logical. I don't know where D Mays went, but I can tell you what D Mays would tell his younger self.
What do you say?
I can tell you right now.
What?
If she won't put out, get out. Based on what he said. I'm just kidding, D Mays.
No, she's not. No, he had to go back to work.
I'm not really.
All right, y'all. If you're not following us, please do. Tanika Donnell, Realtor, and am I Tanika D?
Title Tina. Follow me at The Real Title Tina and on Facebook at Title Tina.
Hey y'all, we appreciate you tuning in. This is Fun Friday. We're here most Fridays. We have been out in these streets doing what we do, which is real estate on an everyday basis, but we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Oh, don't forget, for all the ladies out there that are mothers, Happy Mother's Day!
And celebrate your mother and the ones that may be mothers to your children, even if you're not with them. You should still celebrate them because they blessed you to have children.
And remember, ladies, this is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get Father's Day. I know some of us.
That's good. You should speak to that for a second. Yes.
But
you're not the
Mother's
father.
Day is your day.
Yeah.
You're not fathers.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are doing and thinking you filling that role. Just remember, a man is the father. Yeah. You the mama.
So enjoy your Sunday.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Toodles. Bye.